Welcome to Stone Hands, the hands of stone. The Finnic Vikings and the kingdom of Kalevala. Welcome to the town of Paldiski. It was a great naval port during the times of Tsar of Russia. You're located in Estonia, and over here expanded the ancient kingdom of Kalevala, the Finno-Ugric, the Finnic kingdom, a comprehensive might during the Viking ages and the richest part of Europe from AD around 1000 to 1150, and the whole country was conquered first by Danes, the Swedes, and then the Teutonic Knights. But before that, this was a stronghold and an epicenter of power in the times of Vikings. The trade routes that went to the east and to the south went through the sea borders of the kingdom of Kalevala, bordering to the south by Daugavspils, the river and the town, and by the north the kingdom of Kajaani, the kingdom of Kainu, that was a second ancient Finnic kingdom that nowadays has been forgotten. And 1000 years ago the climate was more softer and warmer. 2000 years ago even more warmer. For example, Great Britain was the favorite grapevine growing region for the Romans. The Romans went to England to make wine. But 1000 years ago the Vikings went to the Greenland and said it's a Greenland because there was summer most of the time. And the names of oak throughout the Finland go to the north, and the name of hemp. Throughout the Scandinavia the oak trees grew wild and great and big. Nowadays there are few of them, and in the south. But the Kalevala, the kingdom of Kalevala, went from the south to the north. Tolkien based one of his languages, one of the great Elvish languages, on the stories of Kalevala. Or actually on the Finnish language. But before that, the Estonian and Finnish languages were quite much the same. Still they are quite comprehensible, as I can speak an unified language to the speaker of both languages, and they will comprehend what I am saying. But due to the Germanic tradition of history, the past of the great kingdoms of Kalevala have been erased. Yes, the settlements and swords and treasures have been found. There's even a town in Estonia called Dirham, and Dirham was the coin of the Arabs and the Byzantine Empire. So the dirhams, how they did end up in the north. And as I said, here used to be the iron melting hotspot of Europe, the richest place in Europe. As people brought their silver and gold over here to get valuable iron weapons and armors. And the emblem of this land, of the kingdom of Kalevala, was a dragon. And that's fascinating because Tolkien based two of his languages on the lands of dragons, because the another elven language that he wrote was based on Welsh, which is an ancient Celtic language. And the emblem of Wales is dragon, a red dragon. So, two lands of the dragons and two ancient languages that are barely spoken in this world anymore are the languages of the dragon. Yes, our folklore is full of mentions of dragons, and the Viking ships had a serpent, headed serpent in the rear, in the front of the ships, and that's an emblem of Kalevala. That's an ancient seafaring and sea trading people. That is their sign of present and their sign of dominance. But by erasing history, the power of the people owning the heritage has been lost. But spreading the message, like Felicia Vinci, who said the joy was in the north, in the lands of Estonia and Finland. Before and after the First World War, there was talks of creating a Jugo-Finnolandia, of unified Finnic, Estonian, but also Livonian and Karelian and Ingerian nation, kind of a Yugoslavia, but it never happened. During the First World War, the Estonian forces were besieging St. Petersburg with the white troops of the Tsar's army that were still intact, not being destroyed by the communist regime. But the warship of Great Britain came to the port of Tallinn, and said, if you don't withdraw your siege on St. Petersburg, we will begin bombing Tallinn. So, sadly, that occurrence helped to create one of the most violent and most oppressive and dangerous countries of the last 100 years. How many millions of people were sent to gulags and destroyed and killed because of their beliefs. And the great people of Kalevala, they had trade routes that spanned to the Great Britain, to the Byzantine, to the Roman Empire, and to the east, to the mountains of Ural, to Volga, and beyond, and to the south, to Venezia, to Italy, the great trading people, the seafaring people who have been forgotten. We will get back on this topic, so I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Goodbye.